Thank you for purchasing an Elna machine. This is a 2-in-1 sewing and embroidery machine incorporating many unique features to fulfill dedicated sewists, patchwork quilters, and machine embroidery enthusiasts' every need. This machine provides such distinctive features as a long arm body with a wide detachable extension table, 9mm wide stitches, automatic thread cutter, dual feed device, automatic presser foot up-down control, automatic cloth guide, variable zigzag, extra retractable light, a worldwide auto voltage power system, and much more. By attaching the sleek embroidery unit onto the machine, it converts instantly to an embroidery machine. Various sizes of the embroidery hoops are provided. The machine comes with useful accessories like dual feed feet. For large project sewing and quilting, an extra wide table is also available. We're sure you'll be glad you chose the Elna machine, and it will bring you much enjoyment in the fantastic world of embroidery and quilting. Preparation. Connecting the power supply. This machine is equipped with a two-way speed control for sewing. You can use either the foot control or the start-stop button to operate the machine. Before connecting the machine to the power supply, make sure to turn the power switch off. If you plan to use the foot control for ordinary sewing, insert the pin connector into the jack. Connect the power supply cord by inserting the plugs into the machine and a power outlet. Turn on the power switch. Machine operating buttons. The machine operating buttons are conveniently grouped together for easy access while sewing. Start-Stop button. Press the Start-Stop button to start or to stop the machine. Please note, however, that the Start-Stop button will not work when the foot control is connected. The machine will run slowly as long as this button is pressed, and will start running at the speed set by the speed control slider when the button is released. Pressing this button while the machine is running will slow down the machine, and it will stop when the button is released. This function is extremely useful when precise control of stitching is necessary. Reverse button. When these patterns are being sewn, the machine will sew in reverse as long as the reverse button is being pressed. To secure the beginning of a seam, press and hold this button so that the machine will sew in reverse at the slowest speed. When other patterns are selected, pressing the reverse button causes the machine to lock the stitch in place and stop automatically. Auto lock button. When these patterns have been selected, the machine immediately locks the stitch and will stop automatically by pressing the auto lock button. When other patterns are selected, the machine will sew to the end of the pattern being sewn, then lock the stitch and stop automatically. Needle up-down button. Press this button to raise or lower the needle. Presser foot lifter button. The presser foot will go up or down by pressing this button. You can also raise or lower the presser foot manually with the presser foot lifter or the knee lifter. Thread cutter button. Press this button to trim the threads after sewing. The needle and presser foot will automatically rise after trimming the threads. You can sew the next stitch without pulling the bobbin thread up. If you use thick threads or the twin needle, use the thread cutter on the faceplate. Speed control slider. The speed control slider sets the maximum sewing speed. To decrease the speed, shift the slider to the left. Shift to the right to increase the speed. Winding the bobbin. Winding the bobbin. Turn the power switch off. Slide the hook cover release button to the right and remove the hook cover. Take out the bobbin. Place a spool of thread on the spool pin and secure the spool with the spool holder. If you need to wind a bobbin while sewing, use the extra spool pin so you don't need to unthread the machine to wind the bobbin. Insert the extra spool pin into the hole. Place the spool of thread on the spool pin and secure it with the spool holder. Hold the thread with both hands and pass it into the guide slot. Draw the thread around and to the back of the thread guide. Firmly pull the thread to the right with your hands. Pass the thread through the hole in the bobbin from inside. Put the bobbin on the bobbin winder spindle. Push the bobbin winder spindle to the right. Turn the power switch on. Start the machine. Stop the machine when the bobbin has wound a few layers and cut the thread close to the hole in the bobbin. Start the machine again. When the bobbin is fully wound, it will stop spinning automatically. Stop the machine. Return the bobbin winder to the left. Remove the bobbin and cut the thread with the thread cutter. Inserting the bobbin. Turn the power switch off. Place the bobbin in the bobbin holder with the thread running off counterclockwise. Guide the thread into the front notch of the bobbin holder and slide it between the tension spring blades. Continue to draw the thread lightly until the thread slips into the side notch. Pull out about 10 centimeters of thread to the back and insert the hook cover plate. Threading the machine. Turn the power switch on. Raise the needle by pressing the needle up-down button. For safety, press the lockout key so the machine will not run while threading. Hold the thread with your hands and pass the thread into the guide slot. Still holding the thread with your hands, draw the thread firmly around the corner and towards you along the channel. Pull the thread down along the right channel. Pull the thread up around the guide plate and along the left channel. Slip the thread into the eye of the take-up lever and pull it down along the left channel. Pass the thread through the lower thread guide from the right to the left. Slide the thread behind the needle bar thread guide from the left. Needle threader. Push the threader down slowly as far as it will go. The hook comes out through the needle eye and the threader is held in the down position. Pull the thread down around the left thread guide and then pass it from left to right under the hook. Draw the thread around the right thread guide towards you. Raise the knob slowly and a loop of the thread is pulled up through the needle eye. Pull the thread end through the needle eye and pull the thread to the left. Drawing up the bobbin thread. Press the lockout key to unlock the machine. While holding the needle thread with your finger, press the needle up-down button twice. Pull the needle thread to lift the loop of the bobbin thread. Draw 10 centimeters of both threads to the back and under the presser foot. Replacing the foot holder. When using the dual feed feet, darning foot, or embroidery foot, you need to replace the foot holder. Press the lockout key. Raise the foot with the foot lifter. Loosen the thumb screw with the screwdriver and remove the foot holder. Attach the desired foot, such as the embroidery foot, to the presser bar from behind. Tighten the thumb screw by hand. Lower the foot with the foot lifter. Tighten the thumb screw firmly with the screwdriver to secure the foot holder. Press the lockout key to unlock. Ordinary sewing. Replacing the presser foot. More than a dozen different presser feet, including dual feed feet, are included as standard accessories with this machine. Press the lockout key. Raise the presser foot with the foot lifter. Press the lever on the back of the foot holder and the presser foot will drop off. Place the desired foot under the foot holder so the pin on the foot lies just under the groove on the foot holder. Lower the foot with the foot lifter to lock the foot in place. Press the lockout key to unlock the machine. Selecting patterns. This machine offers a wide selection of stitch patterns and monograms. The flip-up reference chart helps you identify all the patterns at a glance. The patterns are listed in groups for easy reference. When turning the power switch on, the LCD screen will show straight stitch 1 has been selected. To find the pattern you want, select the category or group by pressing the icon key. Browse the stitch patterns with the page key or touch ring until the pattern you want appears. Manual stitch adjustment. This machine is programmed to provide the optimal stitch length and width as well as thread tension for the selected pattern. However, you can adjust them to suit your specific sewing needs. Press the Adjust key. You can adjust the zigzag width, stitch length, elongation ratio, and thread tension by pressing the plus or minus key. After adjusting the settings, press the OK key to activate your settings and return to the previous screen. Press the default key and the OK key to return the settings to the default values. Auto thread cutting. To cut the threads after sewing, press the thread cutter button. The machine trims the threads and the needle and presser foot move up automatically. When you turn on the auto thread cutting option in the ordinary sewing setting mode, the machine trims the threads automatically after the locking stitches are finished. Sewing with the dual feed device. This machine is equipped with a built-in dual feed device to eliminate layer slippage. Various types of dual feed feet are included, such as zigzag feet, a 1/4-inch seam foot, and a zipper foot. Please remember to use the appropriate foot holder for each presser foot. Press the lockout key. Raise the presser foot with a foot lifter. Loosen the thumb screw and remove the foot holder. Attach the dual feed foot holder to the presser bar from behind. Tighten the thumb screw with your fingers. Push the dual feed link to engage with the upper feed driver. Lower the foot and the needle. Tighten the thumb screw firmly with the screwdriver to secure the foot holder. Raise the needle and the foot. Press the lockout key to unlock the machine. Replacing the needle plate. Use the straight stitch needle plate when sewing straight stitch. Slide the extension table to the left to remove it. Press the lockout key. Press the presser foot lifter button to raise the presser foot. Push down the needle plate release lever and the needle plate will pop up. A warning message will appear to remind you that the needle plate is not secured. Remove the needle plate by lifting it to the right. Insert the left edge of the straight stitch needle plate into the opening. Push down on the mark of the needle plate until it is locked in place. Check to make sure that the confirmation message appears. Press the X key. Turn the hand wheel slowly and check that the needle does not hit the needle plate. Press the lockout key to unlock the machine. Buttonholes. There are various styles of buttonholes available. The machine will sew a properly sized buttonhole automatically in a single step. Place the button on the back of the automatic buttonhole foot and push back the holder to hold the button. Buttonhole length is determined automatically. You can also fine-tune the buttonhole size by turning the adjusting screw. Set the stabilizer plate to the buttonhole foot. Press the lockout key. Raise the foot with the foot lifter. Attach the buttonhole foot. Press the lockout key to unlock the machine. Place the fabric edge between the foot and stabilizer plate. Press the needle up-down key twice. Pull the fabric to the left to draw the needle and bobbin threads to the left between the buttonhole foot and the stabilizer plate. Place the fabric between the foot and stabilizer plate. Lower the needle into the starting point by turning the hand wheel. Lower the presser foot. Pull down the buttonhole lever as far as it will go. Start sewing while pulling the needle thread lightly to the left. After several stitches, free the needle thread and continue sewing. The machine will stop automatically when the buttonhole is complete. Sewing applications. Sewing applications are unique features that provide you with 12 useful sewing applications. When you press the application key, you will be able to choose the right stitch and its appropriate setting for your fabric and sewing project. The machine will automatically set up for the selected project. Variable zigzag. Go to page 2 by pressing the page key. Press the quilting key and the variable zigzag key. Select your desired stitch and change the foot to the appropriate one indicated on the LCD screen. For example, select the stitch Center 2. Press the lockout key and change the presser foot to the free motion quilting zigzag foot QV. Sew at slow to medium speed. Control the zigzag width with the knee lifter. Free motion quilting. Go to page 2 by pressing the page key. Press the quilting key and the free quilting key. Select your desired stitch and change the foot to the appropriate one indicated on the LCD screen. Programming a pattern combination. You can program stitch patterns as well as letters to make a pattern combination. Press the icon key and press the satin stitch key. Press the program key so you can program the pattern combination. Select pattern 4 and pattern 8. The patterns are automatically programmed. Press the vertical mirror image key and select pattern 8. A mirror image of the pattern is programmed. Select the auto lock stitch to program it. The machine will sew the pattern combination, lock off the stitches at the end, and then stop automatically. Press the thread cutter button and the machine will trim the threads. Embroidery. Setting up for embroidering. Turn the power switch off. Remove the cover. Set the embroidery unit onto the back side of the machine. Slide the embroidery unit along the machine body to the right and push it firmly until it fits securely. Be sure to use the embroidery foot and the straight stitch needle plate. Turn the power switch on and press the mode switch key. Press down the carriage arm release lever. Swing out the carriage arm until it locks in the fully extended position. A warning message will appear. Press the OK key and the carriage will move to the starting position. Select the appropriate hoop for the pattern you wish to embroider and set your fabric in a hoop. Attach the hoop to the carriage, inserting the lock pin of the hoop into the hole in the carriage. Turn the knob clockwise to secure the hoop. Selecting patterns from built-in designs. Press the built-in design key and the pattern selection window opens. You can browse the pattern list by design category or by hoop size. Browse the list with the page key until the desired pattern is shown. Select the desired pattern by pressing the pattern icon key. Editing the embroidery designs. In the editing mode, you can edit and combine designs to create your own original embroidery designs. Press the editing mode key to open the editing window. You need to select the appropriate hoop before editing the designs. Press the hoop selection key and select the hoop you wish to use. You can open the built-in designs, monograms, and designs from the USB flash drive into the editing window. Press the Design Category key. Select the data source for the design you wish to open. Select the desired pattern in the Pattern Selection window. The editing window appears displaying the pattern you selected. Press the Layout keys to move the design in the editing window or drag the design to the desired position. To change the size of the design, press the Resize key and the Resize window opens. Press the plus or minus key to change the design size. Press the OK key. To make a copy of the design, press the duplicate key. When you need to delete the design, select the design and press the Delete key. Press the arrow key on the toolbar to show other editing tools available. Press the Rotate keys to open the Rotate window. Press one of the 4 keys to rotate the design clockwise or counterclockwise. Press the OK key. Press the Mirror Image key to open the Flip window. Press the Mirror Image keys to flip the design vertically or horizontally. Press the OK key. Press the OK key and the Ready to Sew window appears. Creating an original design. Let's make an original design by combining a built-in design and lettering. Press the Editing Mode key and the editing window for the hoop SQ23 opens. Press the Embroidery Mode key and press the built-in design key. Select the desired pattern in the Pattern Selection window. Press the Resize key and reduce the size to 80%. Press the OK key. Press the Embroidery Mode key and press the Monogram key. Enter F, L, O, W, E, R. Press the OK key. Press the Arc key. The Arc Layout window opens. Press the lower arc key 3 times and press the Enlarge key 4 times. Press the OK key and move the lettering under the design. Press the downward arrow key on the toolbar and press the Color key and select the desired color for the lettering. Press the OK key. Removing the embroidery unit. Remove the embroidery unit after embroidery sewing. Remove the embroidery hoop from the carriage. Press the Mode Switch key. Press the OK key to return the carriage to the home position. Push down the carriage arm release lever and retract the carriage arm. Turn the power switch off. Press the embroidery unit release button and remove the embroidery unit to the left. Replace the cover. File management. Saving the designs as a stitch data file. You can save the created designs as a stitch data file for future use. Press the Save File key to open the Save File window. Select where you want to save the file. The file name is assigned automatically starting from number M001. If you wish to change the file name, press the Rename key to open the keyboard window. Enter the new name and press the OK key. Press the OK key to save the design under the new name. Opening a file. When you press the Open File key, the Open File window appears. You can open a file to sew the embroidery designs saved in the machine's internal memory or the USB flash drive. Select the location of the file directory. Press the folder icon to open the folder containing your desired file. The file list is displayed. Press the desired file icon and the embroidery window of the saved design appears on the screen. Customizing the machine settings. You can customize the machine settings in the Setting mode. Press the Set Mode key to enter the setting mode. There are 4 setting modes: the Common setting, Ordinary sewing setting, Embroidery setting, and Language selection. For example, let's customize the maximum embroidery sewing speed. Press the Embroidery Setting Mode key to open the Embroidery Setting Mode window. Go to page 4 of 6 by pressing the Page key. Press the plus key to increase the speed or press the minus key to decrease the speed. To activate your custom setting, press the OK key. Care and maintenance. Before carrying out any maintenance or cleaning, be sure to turn off the machine and disconnect it from the power supply. Replacing the needle. Check the needle frequently to ensure that its tip is not rough or blunt. Replace it with a new needle if it is dull or bent. Loosen the needle clamp screw with a screwdriver and remove the needle. Insert a new needle with the flat side facing back. Push the needle up against the stopper and tighten the needle clamp screw securely with a screwdriver. Cleaning the machine. It is recommended to clean the hook area, automatic thread cutter mechanism, and the inside of the thread guide at least once a month. Cleaning the hook area. Remove the needle and presser foot. Remove the extension table. Push down the needle plate release lever and remove the needle plate. Remove the bobbin and the bobbin holder. Clean the bobbin holder with a lint brush. Apply a few drops of the bobbin holder cleaner to a soft cloth and wipe the bobbin holder both inside and outside. Clean the feed dog, thread cutter mechanism, and hook race with a lint brush. Wipe the inside of the hook race with the cloth. Replace the bobbin holder in the hook race, making sure the knob fits next to the stopper of the hook race. Insert the left edge of the needle plate into the opening and push down on the mark of the needle plate until it is locked in place. Replace the extension table and attach the needle and presser foot. Cleaning the inside of the thread guide. Remove the thread guide plate by pulling it up. Clean the area around and under the pre-tension leaf with the lint brush. Remove lint and dust from the brush on the underside of the thread guide plate using the lint brush. Set the thread guide plate on the machine to snap it in place. Wipe the machine body using a soft cloth soaked in warm water and mild detergent. Never use benzene or other chemical solvents for cleaning the machine body. Regular maintenance will ensure that your machine runs trouble-free.